Okay. Hello. Okay, guys, we are live. So, hello everyone. This is me, Harshal Jain, aka Viraj, and today we are going to build this awesome game using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so as you can see, we have this simple page. Okay, I haven't used any images because of copyright issues, but definitely you can use some images if you want in your personal project. Since this is a live stream, I can't use images, but else you can use images also. Okay, so you can see that, yeah, here we have a question section like KBC if you are referring this to India, or who wants to be a millionaire if you're referring this to some other country. Okay, so there is a very popular show regarding this game related to this game. Okay, so we are going to build a similar UI. Basically, our goal is to implement JavaScript. Okay, our goal is to implement JavaScript. Like for the first question, we'll see the first question something like this. Okay, then we'll see the second question for 1,000 rupees, and then the third question for 2,000 rupees, and so on for 1 million. Okay, so we have a set of few questions for this game, and today we are going to build the UI part. Okay, so this project will take 2 3 videos. Okay, so today we are going to build this page. All right, so you can see I have mentioned lifelines, but they won't be of much use. Okay, we will be covering the rest part right now. Okay, so you can see that we have questions and the money and the lifeline section. Okay, so this is going to be created and it does not require any JavaScript knowledge today, but definitely if we implement JavaScript in the next video, definitely JavaScript knowledge is required. Okay, so if you don't know JavaScript, please learn JavaScript. Okay, and the basic HTML CSS part is very easy. Okay, so today we are going to focus on HTML and CSS UI part. All right, so I guess now we can start. And one more thing, in the description or in the live chat, you'll find a link of the full stack bootcamp course. That is a free course provided by Geeks for Geeks, and I am the mentor which takes some of the sessions there. Okay, so you just have to visit the link before the text written is like register to our full stack bootcamp course for free, and after that you will get a link. Okay, just go to that link and it will take you to this page. Just start and enroll for this course, and this is a free course. So in the live section, you can see we had previous sessions here. Okay, you can see that we had previous sessions here. The part two and part one of the text to speech converter game is also available. I mean, application is also available here, and other projects are also available here. So you can check out this one also. These are very great projects which I covered using JavaScript in live sessions of Zoom meetings. Okay, so you can check these out, and you can also check the playlist of JavaScript series on YouTube that's available. Okay, so I hope I am clear with that, and now we can continue with the project. And one more thing, if you want the source code of this project, okay, so for that you can check out my GitHub profile. So you just have to type github.com/virag014. Okay, that's my GitHub profile, and you just have to visit this one. Here you can see that, yeah, we have a few things, and in repositories, you can see that we have a set of repositories. I'll upload today's source code here only. Okay, so just wait for that. At the end of this video, I'll be uploading the source code here. Okay, so you'll find the source code to this project in this profile. All right, so I hope I am clear with that. And now I can continue with this UI part. Okay, so for that, I'll just split my screen. Okay, I'll just split my screen so that I am clear with that. And one more thing before moving forward, I'll just create a new folder. Okay, so for creating a new folder, I can write here as the new folder. Okay, new folder, and I'll name it as something like JS underscore. I'll take it as KBC. That means Kaun Banega Crorepati. It's a similar Indian show which you can say, yeah, it's similar to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. Okay, so name doesn't cause any change to the UI part. Okay, so you can see that we have JS underscore KBC. Okay, I'll just name it as KBC. That means Kaun Banega Crorepati. Okay, so yeah, here I'll open it with VS Code. And then what do we need to do is I'll just split my screen, and here was the page. Okay, so I hope the code is visible to you all, and now we can continue. Okay, so first of all, we'll create an index.html file. So here we can write index.html. Okay, so I hope my voice is audible enough. Okay, I am audible. So yeah, we can see that yeah, we have index.html and we'll create another files like CSS and JavaScript later on, but yeah, we'll have this boilerplate. For that, you can simply write exclamation sign and then this shortcut. Okay. All right, guys. So now what we need to do is I'll create a few containers. Okay, I'll create a few containers and I'll open this page first of all in live server. So you just have to install live server extension in VS Code. And if you haven't, you can install it right away. Okay, so for that you can visit this extension by writing live server. Okay, so we have live server extension and you can install this one anytime. Okay, so I have already installed, so I won't be installing it later on. Okay, so now you can see that we have this body. Inside this, what we need to do, we need to create a few containers. But first of all, I'll open it with live server. Okay, so yeah, this is the shortcut which you can use to open it. And this was the HTML page. Right now it's blank because we haven't provided it anything. Okay, now I'm going to write the HTML page, HTML part. So first of all, I'll say that we have a container named as game container. Okay, I can say that here we have a container named as class name as game container. Okay, game container. Inside this, we have a container named as left and right. Left side will show the question and answer. Right side will show the progress. Okay, so we'll give it a division of class left, and again we'll give it a division of class right. Okay, that's it. So now we can see that we have left and right. Inside this first, we need left side, we need the questions and answers. So I'll just write a comment here, question and answer, question and answer. What do I mean is you can see that this one has left side has question, right side we have progress. Don't worry about the CSS, we didn't make it that responsive yet. Okay, so just focus on the content right now. So you can see that left side will be questions and answers, and right side will be the progress, full progress and lifelines. Okay, if you want lifelines, you can put lifelines, else you can leave the lifelines. Okay, so now we can just come up here and in left side we'll make our question container. Okay, so for that I can say that first of all, I want my question. Okay, I want my question. So I'll write class name and I'll just give it a name as question dash container, question container. Inside this, we'll say that we have a division, and I want uh, horizontal line in left and horizontal line in right of the question, and the question will be in a box. Okay, so the box will be simply a p tag and I'll say what I'll just write a sample question. What is my name? Okay, what is my name? That's it. So now you can see that we have a similar question container. Okay, this is the final code and this is our code. So we have a container without any styles. Okay, so we have the question container. Now we want the similar answer container. Okay, so answer container will have answer in format, two rows. Okay, two rows will be there. Each row will contain two answers. Okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, so now here we'll say that yeah, just create a division, and I'll just name it as a class of ANSWER-CONT, and yeah, okay, answer container. Inside this, what do I have to do is I'll just write a div class, okay, div tag here, and I want a row. Okay, so I'll just write ENSWER in. Okay, so this will be the first row, and similarly we'll create our second row. So right now in the first row, I want a horizontal line. Option A, horizontal line. Option B, horizontal line. Okay, so for that you can say that first of all, just copy this. You can copy this. Okay, and then we need our option, so we can provide again a p tag, and first of all the option is a. Okay, option is a, and I'll just write my name here. Okay, option. Okay, so we have the option one. Now we want the second option. So second option will be similar. You just have to copy this again, and paste it here. Okay, so we have the option B here. And right now I'm not focusing on the content. I'm just focusing on the tags. Okay, so here you can see I have option B, and then again at the end I want a horizontal line like this. So you can see that I have horizontal line. I have some option, horizontal line, option, horizontal line. Okay, that's it. So we have the first row. Similarly, we need the second row. So I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it below. Okay, so we have the second row, and that's what we have right now. We don't have any CSS, so don't worry about that. We we do the CSS part later on. Okay, so this will be the option C, and suppose this will be D. Okay, that's it. So we have our four options. Now what do we need? The left section is complete. Now we need the right section. So I'll just close this one. The left section is this one, so I'll just close the left section, and now I'll focus on the right section. Now what does the right section do? You can see that the right section has some options, right, and some progress numbers. Okay, so I'll just name it as progress, but yeah, these are basically money numbers. But yeah, I want to ask, we have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript all for making our first project. Is it compulsory? If you are talking about development category, then you definitely need HTML, CSS, and JavaScript basics, at least HTML and CSS. If you wanna make some dynamic or some logic-based websites, then definitely JavaScript is required. And if you wanna go advanced, like advanced technologies like React.js or any other technology, then definitely basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is required. If you wanna build bigger projects, definitely you need to learn this anyhow. So it's not much stuff. You just have to create as much projects as you can. At least I suggest you to create, like, talking about all three together. Okay, the projects which have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, all three in one. I suggest if you want to become master of that, do at least 20 projects. Okay, 20 small projects at least, so that you can get a brief knowledge of JavaScript. Okay, main is the implementation of JavaScript. If you want to learn implementation of JavaScript, you can learn by doing projects. You don't need to study much on the theory parts. Okay, that's what I always do. I don't focus much on theory part. You have seen all of my videos. Mostly of my videos are focused on the projects, because projects clear pretty much everything. Okay, you don't need to learn anything. Please suggest which part should I start for JavaScript. Uh, You can learn JavaScript basically from anywhere, like it's not compulsory. But yeah, we have provided a playlist. You can check the playlist in this uh, channel, Geeks4Geeks development channel. I have covered JavaScript. Apart from that, I won't say that JavaScript is, I can say that yeah, is complete everywhere. Okay, not in YouTube, not in any free course. Yeah, you can purchase some courses, but if you are a beginner, then you can search for free content anywhere it's available. But if still you don't understand JavaScript, you can buy courses definitely at Geeks4Geeks or any other platform. And there is no complete suggestion which I can give you to study JavaScript. It's just you have to search for topics, like if you don't know what is async, okay, async and await in JavaScript, you just have to search for it. Okay, I'll tell you the same thing. The other person will tell you the same thing. Okay, you just have to search for it directly. The person you like, you have to study from that guy. Okay, so definitely, but you can search topics on Geeks4Geeks if you want to search topics only. Okay, you can search topics on Geeks4Geeks, and you can search videos on Geeks4Geeks, and so on. So there isn't a complete guide which I can give you for JavaScript because I have learned JavaScript by searching topics by myself. Okay, so hi Amisha, how are you? All right. So now I guess we can continue and you can still ask your doubts if you want, if you have any doubts. I might take some time to answer them. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so first we have the left container. Okay, we had the left container. This was the left container. Now we need the right container. Right container contains what? Right container simply contains the top section. Okay, top section. Then we have these numbers. Okay, so in right section, you might have assumed that we have the first section for lifelines, and then a horizontal line, then a horizontal line, then some numbers. Okay, though just ignore the CSS. Okay, I haven't made it responsive, but yeah, if you view it normally, you can see, yeah, it's fine. All right. So yeah, we have the lifeline section, a horizontal line again, and then we have these numbers. Okay, so we want the same. We want the same. So for that, just write a division. Now just give it a class of lifeline. Yeah, lifeline. I hope the code is visible, by the way. I haven't asked that yet, but yeah, I hope the code is visible and it's visible to me now. So yeah, here we can see that we have the lifeline section and I'll just make it lifelines. Alright, we have 2, 3 lifelines here. And then what do we need? We need to provide a horizontal lines and we'll just write division and I'll say that class of HR1. Okay, so horizontal line one. So we have the horizontal line here. Okay, we have the horizontal line. By the way, this is the today's final source code, not the actual final source code. Okay, so at the end of this video, you'll get this basic UI. Okay, so right now we don't have anything because we haven't provided any CSS. All right, so we have the horizontal line. Now we want the last division for progress. Okay, so we have the progress division. For that, I can say uh, class as progress. All right. So yeah, that's it. So we have enough of the containers, and yeah, inside this we need to provide the money also. Okay. Right now we'll just write the money directly. Okay. I'll just create a division. I'll just create a division and division or beta. You can create anything you like. Okay. I'll just give it a class of progressin1. Okay. Progress in one, and at the top, suppose I have 1 million. Okay, and similarly we'll be having 500,000 and so on. Okay, so you can see that we'll be having suppose 500,000. So I have my old HTML written, so I'll use that 500,000, then 250, then 150, 25, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So we'll take the minimum as 1 and before that the game will be starting at 0. Okay, so initially it will be 0, so we'll add the last one as 0. So now you can see that we have our numbers here, we have options here, and we don't have lifelines here because we haven't passed any lifelines. So right now I'll just pass the few images which I have for lifelines, and you can download these images by the source code which I provide. Okay, so if you want my images, you can use these. They are copyright free, that's why I use these images. Okay, so I didn't get the actual images which they use for audience, the lifelines. Okay, so you can just use these. It won't cause any difference in the logic. All right, so you can see that we have a few images for lifeline and we are going to use these. Okay, so you will get these images at the end of this video when I provide the source code. All right, so now we have this. Inside this, we need to provide our lifelines. Okay, so the first lifeline, second lifeline, third lifeline will have similar design. So I'll just say LIFELINE in. Okay, lifeline in. Inside this, we provide the first image. Okay, so here you can simply write img src equals, and you can inside this you can pass the path of dot slash a.png. Okay, so this will be basically the file name. Okay, by the way, its name was 879, so you can pass any file name, the matching file name of your image. Okay, so we have the first image. All right, so similarly, we'll be needing the second lifeline and the third lifeline. Okay, so we right now we have these 3 lifelines. So I'll say that it will be 7, it will be 9. Don't judge the order. it won't cause any effect. Okay, so we have the lifelines here. Now we need to style everything. You can see that we have lifelines, we have progress, we have the question and answers. Okay, so now that's it for the HTML part. Now we jump right away to CSS. Okay. All right, so first of all, I'll choose background color, purple background color. Okay, so that's the background color which these games use. Okay, so I'll just write colon root. Okay, I'm just creating a variable here, so I'll just name it as col1, and I'm choosing a purple background color which is similar to the KBC or Who Wants to Be the Millionaire game one. Okay, so 391 D G in 6L. Okay, so this is the color, and I hope it gets it. 391D6F. Okay, this was the color. Yeah, you can see that this is the purple color which I was talking about. Now, at the first of all, I'll suggest that make the margin as 0. Okay, margin as 0, M0, P0. That's it. Okay, so yeah, you can see the initial margin has been removed. Now, what do we need? We need to say that we'll give this game container a whole height and width. Okay, so I'll say that the game container will have the width of 100% and a height of 100 VH. Okay, it will have a height of 100 VH. As the background color will be this purple color. So for that I can say dash dash COL1. Okay, so that's it. We have this black grayish background color. Oh, I'm sorry, purple background color. All right, so that's it. And now what do we need? We have the width and we have the height. And now what we can say that first of all, these two will be in left and right. That means I want them to be in row. So for that, you can say that, sorry, you can say that the display of these will be flexed. Okay, so we have the left section in left side and right section in right side inside the game container. That means they both of them will be in a row. Okay, so that's by default. Flex direction is by default row. That's why I don't need to write that. Okay, and one more thing, I'll write justify content space between. Okay, so one will be in extreme left, the other one will be in extreme right, space between. Okay, so I hope you got this, and that's it for the game container. After this, we need to target the left container. So we have the left container, okay, left container, and its width will be around 70%, okay, 70% width. And similarly, container will be having 30% width. Together, they'll be taking 100% of the game container. Okay, so yeah, it will have a width of 70%, and suppose the height will be 100%. Okay, 100% height. And let's check if it's working on our background color if I give it this one. You can see right now it's not taking because of images. Okay, so we'll style the images later on. Do one thing right now. I'll just comment these images. Okay, right now I won't be having these images, so just comment these. Okay, so now you can see it's taking 100%, 70% width of the 100% of game container. Okay, so yeah, we are working inside the left container. Okay, so right now we have 70% width. We want everything in a column. So I'll say display flex and flex section column. So it will bring the question and answer in columns. Okay, and what can you do is you can assign a border right. Okay, so that we'll get a border at the right. So I can say border dash right 2 pixels solid. You can choose any color you like, so I'll simply say white. Okay, so white colored border you have here. Okay, so that's it. And one more thing I want is justify content as center. Okay, so things will be in center. That's it. So inside this we'll style some things later on. Similarly, I'll target the right one, that means the progress section and the lifeline section. Again, its width will be 30%, 30%. Okay, that means 70% for left and 30% for right. And height will be whole 100%, 100% All right, and I also want things to be in column. That means above we'll be having the lifeline container, then we'll be having the progress or the money section. Okay, so yeah, we have display flex and we have height 100%, width as 30%. Flex direction must be column because we want things in column for the right section too. Okay, I mean I'm talking about this section like these, they are in column, right? They are in column. The lifeline section and this money section are in column, right? Similarly, we want these things for this one. Okay, I can do one thing. I'll just decrease the size so that it's visible. Okay, so now you can see the similar design is required here. Okay, so we have this, and now what do we need to do is we'll come back to the question container. Okay, question container is what? You can see inside left, we have the question container. Okay, so we need to target this and we want the question to be designed here. So I'll say the question container will be first of all having 100% width. Okay, 100% width. It will be taking 100% width. That means let's needs background color. So you can see it's taking 100% width, right? After this, I want everything in center. Okay, that means you can see inside the question container we have a horizontal line, we have some name, question, and then we have a horizontal line. So I want them to be in a row. You can see they are in a row. The horizontal line, the question, and again the horizontal line. That means they are in a row. So for that, just write display flex, and I want everything in center. So I can say justify content center, and you can say align item center. That's it. Okay, so now we have everything, and one more thing, I must give some margin bottom so that they get some space from the answers container. Okay, this question container gets some space from the answer container. That's it. So we target the horizontal line. First of all, we'll create a horizontal line, and I'll say that its width will be around, I don't know, you can choose any width you like. Uh, 50%, I guess 50% will be fine, or you can change the width as per your requirement. Okay, so height will be 3 pixels, and I'll say the background color will be white. Okay, so now you'll be getting the lines. You can see that we have all the HR lines. All the HR lines are available here. So now I would like to say that, yeah, inside question container we have the P tag. Okay, inside question container we have the P tag. That means the question. Okay, so we need to style that. So first of all, I'll say its color will be white. As you can see, the question is highlighted. Then I would say that the font size equals around 25 pixel. Okay, 25 pixel. And then I would say that its width will be around 100%. Okay, so some width is allotted. So after this, you can say that, yeah, we don't need any margin. So by default, the margin is 0 here. I want the text to be in center. So you can say text line will be in center. And then I want some border to be 1 pixel solid white. You can assign some border. You can see that we have the border here. Now what do we need? We can say that we need some padding here also. So I'll say that the padding will be around 10 pixels from top bottom, left and right from left and right. Okay, so this is from left and right, this is from top and bottom. Okay, so we have the padding. Now we need, I guess this is it, and let's make it thick. 4 pixel is fine. All right, so we have the border. Now what do we need? We need the answer container. Okay, we need to we need to design the answer container. So as you can see, the answer container, we have two rows. Okay, both these two rows are in columns, right? This first row and this second row, they are in column to each other. Okay, so for that, I can say is I'll target the answer container. Okay, first of all, I'll target the answer containers. I want things to be in column. That means the first row, the second row. Okay, so for that, I can say, yeah, I'm going to take width as 100%. Now what? I'll say that the flex direction will be in column. Okay, one more thing, display must be flex so that it takes flex selection as column. That's it. So that's what we needed. Now you might not be seeing any changes here, but definitely it will cause some changes later on because we are going to target these also. So now I'm going to target the answer in. That means the answer container, which will have my two options. Okay, each answer in container will be having two options. First is the A, second is the B. Then we have a few horizontal lines here. Okay, so just make sure you have targeted, we have mentioned the classes here. Okay, so now what do we need is I can say that we have answer in container. Okay, we'll style them. So I want the answer in container to have two options, all in a row. Okay, all in a row. So I'll say display will be flex. Now you can see that all of them are in a row. So now you must have got some idea what we are trying to do with this. Okay, so we have display flex, button flex direction is row. I'll say that the justify content will be space between. Okay, and one more thing, the align items will be center, so it will bring items in center. Okay, so you can see that, yeah, right now they are in center to each other. Okay, so now what we need to say is, yeah, we have with 100%, we want some margin from top and bottom. You can see they are pretty much stuck. Okay, so from top and bottom, 20%. All right. So now after this, we need to target the p tag present inside this one. Okay, so again, I'm going to copy this. I'll say target the p tag inside this one. Okay, so the p tag will have some similar design. So I'll just copy this line and paste it here. Okay, so yeah, that's the p tag which we were trying to build, and you can see, yeah, it's pretty much same. You don't need to make much changes, but yeah, definitely you can decrease the size if you want. You can decrease some size, and you can make it size as 35. So yeah, you can see that we have this container fine. All right, so that's it. And now what we need is, if I hover over this P tag, then it must be highlighted. Okay, so for that I can say that if I hover on the option, first of all, I'll make the option color as gold. That means the option color. Okay, have we given this a span? I'm sorry, instead of span, I have written SAPN. SPAN. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that we have the span tag colored as gold. Okay. So that means the options are colored as gold. Now if I hover on this speed tag, if I bring my mouse on this speed tag, then I would say that if you take your mouse over this speed tag, I want first of all the background color to be white, cursor to be pointer, pointer cursor, and then I would say that the color will be yeah, this purple one. So hover on this, you can see that, yeah, we have this color. Okay, so now you can see that, yeah, it's pretty much fine. Now what? Now we want the progress container. Now we want the right one. Okay, right one. That means we have already styled the right one. So I'll just cut it. I'll just cut it. Okay, and now I'll paste it here. So I'll just comment here. Right section start here. Okay, that's it. All right. So I hope now we are clear with this. Now what? We have the right section. Okay, we have the right section. Inside right section, first of all, I'll close this one. Inside right section, we have the first section as this lifeline. Okay, then the second section for the progress. Okay, so first I'll target the progress one, then we'll at the end we'll target the lifeline section. So just write here dot progress. Progress section will have suppose the width as 70%. Okay, 70%. And I'll just make its background color as white right now. So you can see it's taking 70% of the whole bit. Okay, 70% of the whole bit. Now I want it in center. Okay, so for that I can say that align cell will be center. Okay. So it will align itself to the center. That's it. Okay, so we have align self as center, and I will say that its height will take 60% of the whole height. Okay, so it's taking 60% of the whole height, and you can decrease it if you want. You can make it 50 if you want. Okay, I want everything in column by default. They are in column, but I want to make it display flex and flex direction as column. Okay, that's it. So now they are in column and in flex. All right, so that's it. And now I want one more thing. I'll say justify content will be centered. Okay, so they will be in center. That's it. So now what we need is inside progress. We have multiple progress in containers for each number. Okay, for each money type. So here we say that progress in will have a width of 100%. Okay, so each will be a number, each will be this progress in will be this this, and so on. That means some progressing containers are here. You can see some progressing containers are here, and we have some progress in one containers. These are what I want to highlight them specifically. Like if the user reaches 100,000, it will be some gold color. Okay, I'll tell you later on, but we'll style this separately. Other than they have progress in each. Okay, so progress in one will be some highlighted color. Okay, so that's it. And now we are inside progress in, so we'll say that display will be flex again. And I want things again to be in the left. Okay, always in the left. So justify content, I'll say it will be around flex start. Okay, so by default it will be in left. Okay, by default I want things to be in left. Okay, they were in left because we didn't had any flex, but right now we have flex. That's why I kept them in left now. Okay, because of flex. So I'll say that align items will be center. Okay, align items will be center. That means the content inside that will be in center. Alright, so we have align item center. We need some padding. Suppose the padding is 5 pixel from top and bottom, 20 pixel from left and right. So we have padding, and I'll just give it a background color of right now. I'll just give it aquamarine. So you can see that we have our containers. I want some margin. I want some margin of around 5 pixels and 0 pixels. Okay, so we have some margin from each. All right, so that's it. And now what do we need is the font size. Font size is 20 pixels. Okay, 20 pixels. And that's it. I guess now we can continue. And one more thing, I don't need any background color to this one. Okay, I've just given this background color for demonstration. And I want the color, text color as white. Okay, that's it. Just comment this one out. And now we are good to go. You can see that we have the numbers here. And if I hover on any number, if I hover on that, I want something else. Okay, similarly, I'll target my progress in one container. So I'll just copy this. I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. And this is my progress in one container, and its color will be gold. Okay, so I'll say it will be gold color. And I want the font size to be around 30. Okay, 30. And its font size will be around 25. Okay, that's it. Now you can see that we have this container. We have this container. And now if I hover on any, okay, like suppose initially you will be in zero. So zero will be active. Okay, by the way, this class I copy pasted this container. That's why I forgot to tell you. This will be the active container initially. Okay, the zeroth index will be active container. So I'll be writing the styling for this one. Okay, so the 0 rupees will be initially you will be having 0 rupees when you start the game. So it will be the active container. So if I say that if I hover on any of the container, okay, so for that you can say that right progress in hover. Okay, if I hover on any container, or I can say progress dot active. Okay, in both the cases that means inside progress if I have any progress in container or I have any active container, if I hover on progress in container or I am having any active container, I want the background color of that as gold. Okay, excuse me. So background color as gold. Okay, so you can see that yeah, the active one will have background color as gold, and if I hover on them, you can see that yeah, the color changes. I want one more thing is color as white, black. Okay, so now you can see I have black color, and what else do we need is cursor as pointer. Okay, so now you can see that if I hover on them, you can see cursor has become pointer. And one more thing, if I hover on the progress in one, I want the same. So if I hover on progress in one, you can see it's still doing the same job. Okay, so now you can see each is working fine. Now what we need is the last HR1 line. That means this HR1 line. Okay, this HR1 line. So for that I can say this dot HR1 line. width as 100%, height as 3 pixels. Okay, so I want background color as white. Okay, so now you can see we got a top line because we don't have anything about that. So I'll just open this live sections. Okay, so now you can see because of the images, this got messed up. So for that, I can say that in the lifeline section, I want to target the images first, or else we'll target the images later on. We'll target the lifeline section first. Okay, so you can write dot lifelines. Inside this, you can see that the display will be flex. Okay, display will be flex, and what else? Width will be 100%. Okay, and the height taken by this container will be only 20%. Okay, or maybe 40%. All right. And what else do we need is align items to be in center. Okay, everything must be in center. And I'll write justified control space around. Right now, you won't be able to see anything because the images are too big. We'll set them. And after this, we'll have four options. Four options. What are the three options? I'm sorry. Three options. Each will have 25% width of a row. Okay. This whole will be a row. Lifelines container will be a row. 25% for lifeline and 25% for lifeline and 25% for lifeline in three containers. Okay. So now, right now, I'll say that inside lifeline in. Okay, I'll say that it will be taking 25%. 25%. Okay, so you can see each is taking 25%. I want the height to be 100 pixels, suppose. Okay, then I'll say the display will be flex. Now they are fine. Okay, and I want everything in center, align items set. Okay, so now you can see that it's still bad. I'll fix that. I want border to be 1 pixel, border of this to be 1 pixel, and color as white. Okay. One more thing, I'll just give it a border radius right away, 20 pixel. Now we'll target the images. Okay, we'll target the images. So inside lifeline in, we have the image. Lifeline in, we have the image. So I'll say that its width will be 50%. Okay, 50% width. And we can say that now it's looking pretty much fine, and I'll just give it a margin of 0 pixel 30 pixels. Okay, so one more thing is you can see that I'll simplex wrap equals wrap. Okay, so if sometimes if the width goes out, it will jump to the next row. Okay, so sometimes it happens. That's why I've written flex wrap. That's it. So you can see that, yeah, now we have covered the UI part, and I want one more thing, object fit has contained. Okay, that's it for the image. If I hover on this, that means lifeline in section. If I hover on this, I want some box shadow. That means I want to highlight this. So I can say box shadow will be 0 pixel, 1 pixel, 5 pixel, white. Okay, box shadow. So if I hover over this, you can see I got white box shadow. That's it. Okay, and you can also increase the size. So transform scale 1.1. Okay, this will increase the size by 1.1. That is 0.1. Okay, and cursor as pointer, transition as smooth. Okay, all right. So let's see. You can see, yeah, it's working pretty much fine. If I make it 1.2.5, you can see. I'm sorry, transition on. Now it will work fine. You can see now it's working fine. Okay, so you can see the UI part is ready, and you can see that it's working fine. All right, so that was it for this video. In the next video, we'll be focusing on the next UI part, and we'll fix the UI also. Okay, so So at the end, I want to upload this source code, so I'll just upload it on GitHub. Okay, so for getting the source code, I can say that just visit github.com/virag014. This is my GitHub profile. Here you can follow me in the repository section. I'll create my new repository. I'll just name it as js underscore kbc js underscore kbc and create repository. All right, so I'll initialize this repository and then we can upload this. Git init, git add, and rest is copy paste. Okay, so now the source code is uploaded, and if I reload this page, you will be getting the source code. Okay, so this is the source code, and I'll share the link in live chat. And you just have to visit my GitHub profile. For that, you can simply type in your browser github.com/virag014. Here in the repositories, you can check for js underscore kbc. If you don't find this one, you can simply type the name here. All right, and in this, you can also star this one so that it will be saved for you. And that's the source code. We'll upload more. We'll be covering the JavaScript part in the next video. And that's it for this video. And I hope you enjoyed this one. And definitely, this is a very simple video. This is a very simple project, but it's for beginners only. Okay, so that's it for today. In the description, you'll find a link for the full stack bootcamp course. Just visit that link. It's after the text register to our full stack bootcamp course for free. It's after that we have the link. Okay, this page will pop up, and here we can see that in the start. After clicking the start course, we have the live section. In the live section, you can see that we have previous live sessions. These are Zoom-based meetings. Okay, you can see that we have covered the text-to-speech converter game application using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in two parts. All right, so they are available here. You can watch the Zoom meetings here also. And also, we are going to upload more sessions here, so you can check out this course definitely. I hope you enjoyed this one, and that's it for today. Don't forget to check out this repository. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram. That is at the rate Harshal_3011, or you can search Harshal Jain on LinkedIn. Okay, so that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next